Stop. 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 Stop.
Hello and welcome to Volume 1 Reacts. Today is a very special day. We're reacting to the first episode of the final part of the final season of Attack on Titan, which means that my name is Josh Jaeger Michaels. And today, as always, I am joined by...
Mehgan, Gamona, Perrine.
Cody React on Titan Decker. Is that taken?
I don't know if it's
don't
not.
know.
Then
It's just
welcome to React on Titan.
Yeah, that's the title of this video.
Dude, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited to see
hyped.
this episode. It just came out like on our time. Like it just came out half an hour ago. We're reacting to it for the very first time. We haven't even seen the opening that was released online earlier. I wanted to go in fresh.
I've taken more appreciation to just like waiting and not indulging in teasers. As time goes on, I'm like, I'll wait until it's actually out. It's fine.
And even the OP like might give some stuff away. There's been OPs like Red Swan, like that one, like a fallen when they're like little kids. That one's amazing. Doesn't give too much away. The other one's just Titans falling from the sky. But this one, I'm very curious to see what we get, what is told in the OP.
Well,
it's
it might be a vague one, just like the last part was.
Who
and
knows?
to catch everybody up too on where we are all at with Attack on Titan, me and Mehgan are caught up on the anime. Cody is caught up on the anime and has finished the manga, so he might have an inkling as to what's going to happen. But who knows how it's going to be adapted?
I'm really excited to see how it's going to be adapted more, because like people have been saying a lot that a lot of things are probably going to be changed because the ending in the manga, like, you know, the conditions weren't, they would like rush, and like obviously all this stuff happening. It's not the greatest thing for like one person to have to like do all that. Yeah. So I really want to see like, if I get like little hints of things changing, I'm like, oh, then are those things down the road going to change too?
Yeah, that's what I mean. They could start changing things early, and then it could affect things and how things end later on.
Yeah.
There should be at least 2 fight scenes that were like the best in the series coming up.
Well, where we left off, there was about to be a fight with
the biggest like this is why you like I hate waiting for things to come out.
With Eren and the Armored Titan. They were about to throw
square
fists.
up. Yeah.
And then it just ended, and we had to wait for a very long time.
That's why I got into the manga, because I was like, I can't live that life.
Yeah, I almost did, but then I resisted, and now I feel like it was all worth it because it's finally out. At least part 2, the first episode of the final season, is out. So without further ado, let's just jump into it, and let's watch this together. And
the React Titan.
And we're all gonna be React Titans. Yes. Yes.
Ready to react.
What was that? That was
crazy.
That's what it looks like when you turn into a Titan.
No, that was crazy.
That was a different reaction.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So what are we watching? Attack on?
Yes, Attack on Titan, season 4, the final season, part 2, episode 1, which is episode 76, which is also season 4, episode 17.
Part 2.
Right. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Oh,
I don't like it.
My God.
Stop. 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 No, stop. Stop it. Turn it off. Oh no.
I didn't know the anime got to that part yet.
It didn't actually.
Stop.
How?
It's not real.
How? This cannot be real.
It's
This cannot be real. I refuse.
Stop. Stop doing this.
And we don't even get it on screen? This is changing everything already. All right, OP time.
Oh, wow.
Yo, already so sick.
I think this is my favorite one.
My heart's literally broken. I can't.
Dude, why
now.
Why we didn't get to see that happen? I mean, they better show it in a flashback or something.
I can't.
Because to do that to Levi and not even show it happen is so disrespectful.
I'm wondering, is that like they change the order if they do have a flashback of it?
Yeah, which maybe they're doing to make it more interesting television. I don't know.
I guess
Shit.
if you wanted a strong opening.
Yeah, this is an amazing and beautiful. I mean, now's the time. This is it. This is the last Attack on Titan opening ever. I'm into this, man. I'm really into it.
I can't. What's going on?
This was what I was saying was my issue with the manga, where it felt like a lot of it became this. Of them like being like, what's happening?
Yes. This is what I was waiting all of part 1, part 4, season 4, part 1 of.
Oh yeah, he's got 3 Titan powers.
Yeah. Crazy. Which we didn't really get to see him use a lot in the last part. Yes. Reiner, do something. You almost died like 7 times. Do something.
I really like the way the crystal like looks like gauntlets on his arm.
It could just be me, but the 3D looks a lot better too.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even sure if it was 3D.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, let's be real, dude. Gabby deserves it. How is it so far, Cody?
I don't think they're rearranging anything anymore. Just the thing with Levi, which I really am hoping they're gonna change a couple things.
Yeah.
This is why I was telling you the manga was starting to bug me, because I would wait a month and then like characters would recap the story to each other.
I mean, sometimes I feel like in Attack on Titan, like, at least for me, I need it. There's so much going on.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
I mean, just finish him, Aaron.
Yeah, I know.
This
It's
was the cat
too many
Titan. Dude. He's got
times.
9 lives. And also, she looks so much like Armin sometimes. I'm like, what is happening?
Damn. Oh my
God
god.
damn, dude. It's crazy because now they're in like the middle of a real war, humans versus humans and Titans on top of that, which they've only really had to deal with Titans or humans one at a time.
Yeah.
Before. Oh, come on, Aaron. Yeah, this fool swore he didn't know anything the whole time.
Yeah, liar.
I mean, this fool lied. Has been lying since he got there, right?
Yeah, but he didn't know.
So believe me now?
Well, he said the volunteers didn't know.
And Armin believes him.
I mean, I guess if Armin trusts him.
I trust him. I trust him.
Aaron was telling half truths when he confronted them, I believe.
I hate to... You hate to see it when they have all that mobility.
Yeah, they don't got shit. I mean...
They're like... They can easily shoot people that can like fly and grapple.
Yeah.
That was... Oh.
Gotta watch the ED. Who's that little girl, Cody? Tell me who that little girl in the soil is.
Well, soil alert.
Soil? If you don't tell me, I'm gonna soil myself.
My heart's like broken.
Okay.
My heart's like literally broken.
We're gonna definitely need a post spoiler free
That was the spoiler. That was we
discussion.
know.
No, but I mean like what happens because
Oh my God.
we saw I don't know, we've seen people on the I mean, I don't know.
That
what if they
was
Levi inject him with some Titan stuff. You
See,
know?
that's the thing. Unless someone's completely dead in this story. And we just saw Zeke now is in this realm where he got...
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
So-
everything kind of changed when we saw that.
Let's just say that is one of the things I'm hoping is going to be tweaked a little.
Okay.
Because I was not entirely satisfied with it.
What a beautiful OP and ED, man. They really killed it with these two. Okay, Cody. All right. I need a second to collect my thoughts and really process what I just saw.
So how did you guys feel about that? Because I was telling you, like, the manga, and this was, I wasn't used to, like, having to, like, wait for updates on manga, because
Right.
I've always been catching up. But, like, that was kind of, like, I think that was 3 separate, like, chapters in that episode or something.
Okay.
Because, and it would be like, you know, okay, now we're going to cut to these people. Now they're all going to talk about what they should do. And then it would cut to like, it would cut back to the fight and like 3 punches get thrown in. And then it cuts to the other side being like, what should we do? And then it cuts to like some mooks getting shot.
Gotcha.
And then cut to another conversation. That's what I was starting to be. I'm waiting a month in between someone being like, what should we do?
Yeah, if it takes another episode for that fight to be resolved, I think I'll start to feel a little bit of that fatigue as well. Just because, I mean, they were building up to it for so long. It's like now it finally is happening and then it keeps cutting away. I do think that cutaway was necessary, you know, because it was nice to see where Armin and everybody else, Mikasa and everybody else, where they're all at and how they're processing everything.
It's one of those things where, that does have to happen. But you are like, what about that? And especially for the anime to change to add another cliffhanger too in the beginning. So you're like, what's going to happen with that? What's going to happen with that? And so again, it's not that it's like bad writing. It is just like, oh, I want to know what happens with that way more right now.
Right now, yeah. My list of priorities at the top of the list is what happened to Levi.
Yeah.
Because last I think we saw Levi was in, he was transporting Zeke, and he was in control of that situation, or so it seemed. I mean, he was severing Zeke's limbs. And anytime he would start to sort of grow them back or regenerate, he would chop them off again. And it was very cruel, but also, considering everything Zeke had done up until that point, justified, especially since we all love Levi.
Yeah.
So then just for it to open on him dead, and for the other characters to say, like, he's dead 100%. I don't know.
Well, the person who said he was dead was a friend of his.
True.
Yeah, the other
But
guy's
also
the working. He's a Jaegerist. Because when they like jumped in the river, they were like, they're getting away, and they're like still trying to shoot at them. So maybe, but that was in the trailer for the new season too.
It was. I
so
thought they were gonna open up on that, and I didn't think he was dead.
when I saw the rain, I knew what it was. You could play back the tape. I was like, no, God, not yet, no.
I swear I remember the way she talked about him being dead in the manga felt a little more like clear of the implication too.
Gotcha. See, because that's what I'm thinking. They show it in the trailer, right? They open the episode with it.
I mean,
they wouldn't do that to Levi, hands down. They know not only is he a great character, he's a fan favorite.
But that's Attack on Titan.
In their final season, they're playing favorites, okay? And let me just say, in my opinion, and based off a little kind of context clue and maybe some vibes that I'm picking up from Cody right now, I think that there's something more to either his death. Maybe he is dead, but there was something more to it, or maybe he's not dead. And
well, also based on where the story does go, he could also, like, for the purpose of, like, you know, whatever, like, we're going to change the story a little bit, he could just die there too.
Levi's alive.
His eyes were like,
he's alive.
Open.
Alive eye?
He's alive eye right now.
He's like, and then he was like stabbed everywhere and like pieces of wood in his face.
Who is the little girl?
Don't answer that.
Yeah, don't answer it. But also,
it is the most dramatic. I mean,
reveal.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, when they get into that, you're gonna cry.
I you know, and I don't cry easy,
Mehgan,
but I believe.
Yeah, Megan's gonna hyperventilate.
We're gonna have to have medics on standby.
Yeah.
Megix. Oh. I do think that, you know, at least the way it felt, it was a complete shift in not tone, or I don't know, just we already know a lot of the lore surrounding the Titans, but this does seem like this is changing that, and it's we're going deeper into it.
There were no questions left by the end, and there's gonna be some stuff where like you didn't even think to ask that.
Oh, yeah, because this is changing to me a lot of what I thought I knew, based on everything that has been revealed, which already does kind of feel like a lot, you know.
And this does go into the thing where I was telling you that like Attack on Titan is like the English this is from what I read. I didn't. You know, I didn't study the languages, but from what I read, as Attack on Titan was like, oh, that's the best we can do to translate it. And it's supposed to be something like the Vanguard on Titan.
Yeah,
and you're about to find out why that would have made more sense.
Okay. How did everybody kind of feel about that episode in terms of like pacing?
I thought it was good.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I'm sure the resolution of the fight won't be next episode. I'm sure it'll be like 3 episodes in. They'll sprinkle some other stuff in, but I feel like by maybe the beginning of the 3rd episode, it'll be done. But I don't know. We'll see.
Mehgan is very in tune with story structure.
Yeah.
And so
it's just because they have 12 episodes, right?
Is there 12?
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
I think it's confirmed for 12.
On Titan.
Yeah, everything's on Titan. So, yeah, they're going to try to, you know, build it up, and then I feel like after episode 3, that's when it'll start popping.
Yeah.
This is like it's based on the structure of like, okay, this many chapters per this many episodes. It is like, oh, I would believe it if you told me you read the manga.
See, now I'm starting to, I don't know, wonder. Because maybe they might do it like they did, in the last season of How I Met Your Mother, where the whole season took place at one location. What if the whole last season of Attack on Titan takes place during one fight? It's just this like huge final fight.
Wouldn't that be funny?
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. But I mean, that was kind of the feeling reading the manga, where it's with pacing and everything, which it upset me in a way that's not a criticism of the series. It's my glasses are fogging up. It's more of like a thing of like, yeah, I hate it when I'm dealing with like 3 storylines that I'm deeply interested in. Yeah. And then it gets interrupted by storylines that are good, but I'm just like, can you please show me that part? Yeah.
Yeah. And even it's one thing to purposely be in control as the writer and to purposely tease and make your audience feel that. But then it does sort of cross a line where it's like, all right, now I'm starting to not care about anything because I don't know what's going on.
Which I was hoping I was going to get a sense that it wasn't going to be doing the thing in the manga where it was like, cut to people reacting, cut to people reacting, cut to people reacting, cut to people summarizing the plot to another group. This group is going to talk to this group. Now they need to summarize the plot happening again. But I based on that, I don't know if that's going to be changed either.
Wow. So pacing for you and for me, I think felt really great. As someone who is caught up on the manga, you said that it only really felt like they had changed or taken what we saw at the beginning, and that was a little out of order. It felt to you.
Well, they show like we all know they're going to show flashbacks to what happened.
Sure, they can't not.
I think only for the sake of having a shocking opening though. But then I'm also like, well, you could have just like gone into that from where it left off too, because it's not like it was a very long thing that happened. So
I think it might be that point is the shock opening.
Yeah, a little bit of mystery, get people going. What happened to Levi? What happened to Levi? Because
they show it in the trailer too. They've been trying, I think, to, and that's another thing. I just really don't believe that they would advertise a death that important
in a trailer,
and then to open on it. I just don't think so.
Well, I remember being, and it's all coming back to me, but I remember being pretty freaking peeved about how Levi was in the story.
Oh, wow.
So that's why, I don't know why they want, outside of the shocking opening, it's like, I don't know, you could just spend like another 2 minutes to like show it. Because you're still left with the hanger of like, oh, now his ally has the body.
Yeah. Really quick too, I just want to talk about the animation was great. People have problems with 3D animation. I don't love it and everything, but when it's done well, it works. And then here, I think it works and was more polished than it was in the last season. Less noticeable.
Yeah, that shot where like you see the Titan kind of turn, I was like, oh, is that 3D?
Yeah, I feel like they got a good like blend going on. Especially, it's great for the last season, because there were a lot of moments where I'm like, oh, it's like it looks like a 2D, like I don't know if it's like the etching or the darkness of it, but yeah, it's great.
Well, did you like? Because I only saw 3D in the part where Eren turns a little. Like, was there more 3D in that I didn't see?
I'm pretty sure
all 99%
of that Reiner Eren fight was CG.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem with it.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem with it.
Not even in the first part of the
but it was more noticeable. I didn't have a problem with it, but I felt like it was more noticeable.
Yeah.
But the choreography felt like it was really back to being great again. Like one of the not first fights, but maybe it was one of the first fights that Reiner and Eren had. And I felt like I was watching a UFC fight. And I'm not even a fan of UFC, but watching these two Titans pull these like wrestling moves on each other was so cool.
There was a part where like he puts him in a armor lock. Yeah. And oh, now the armor plating's starting to crack, and you see he is stronger, but then you're seeing like two different fighting techniques, and it's I don't know if that was really captured after that.
I think I started to get an inkling or started to feel that same feeling watching this
when
fight.
He like grabs the arm and is pulling counter moves. Yeah. I really like the idea that like the armor Titan guy, he goes through all that journey we saw. He's like, okay, it's time for us to fight, and he just gets beat up immediately.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that was funny then. It's still funny now to me.
I know Eren's got a lot.
All right, let's go one more time.
Yeah, I know Eren's got a lot on his plate, dude, but also this guy has 3 Titans right now. Like he's got the Attack Titan, the Founding Titan, and what was the other Titan that he with the name?
Warhammer Titan.
The Warhammer Titan, which is the one that allows him to do the spikes and stuff. Reiner has 1. And you know, I know Aaron's got a lot on his plate. He's getting hit from all ends, but Reiner should be kind of getting hit from all ends.
Reiner
too.
has 1, which is armor on him, and Aaron also just got it. He just found a needle that said armor, and he like drank it or something. So he also has armor too.
Yeah, because Aaron was getting rocked, dude. And I don't know, man. I know Aaron's changed a lot over the course of, especially the last part, but. I'm holding out for him too. I really am.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna be wrong.
Yeah,
but I don't
we'll
think
see.
he was telling Mikasa and Armin the full truth. I think he was telling them parts of the truth because of what it cut back to a general saying at the same moment or around the same time. And I think he's really sort of, there's a term for it, but you know, he's sort of going down this path because he knows what's at the end of the road and he doesn't want to bring them with him. So I think to maybe an extent. So he's putting it on himself and he's putting up this front so that they won't be there when those things happen.
Yeah, and Armin was pretty much just like, that has to be what he was doing.
Armin still believes that. Yeah. Mikasa's like, I don't know.
Yeah, she's like, do I, or don't? Is that just the Ackerman?
I did
Curse.
think that was a very interesting camera angle they did with Mikasa when she got to it, because especially all the talk about children, and then it like cuts to like her stomach.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Like it pans down and it.
Yeah, and coming from you, who's read the manga, it's just weird that you pointed that out.
Huh?
But I thought it was weird too. I thought it was weird too because it made me think, did we miss something? Was that something that was teased earlier?
No,
It wasn't.
I don't.
And they really linger there, like on her hands on her stomach.
Yeah.
It was just weird. It was just odd. Maybe they want you to think that. Maybe that's not even in the manga.
But who?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe she.
There'd be no one else but
Jean.
Aaron. No.
Jean, maybe.
Yeah.
No way, never.
Maybe she makes Jean dress up like Aaron.
Stop.
She would.
Stop.
Yeah. He already has dressed up like Aaron. And this is a thing where if you go back and watch it, you see Mikasa, you see a light bulb kind of go off in her head where she's like, oh, problem solved.
And that's kind of what you were saying too. Like, I mean, not that exactly, but going back and rewatching it too, and being able to notice all these things, and how they really do slot in, and they really do fit, and they really do work. They're not just these like shoehorned explanations.
Yeah.
That are thrown in at the end.
It was pretty crazy seeing like Zeke too. Like Zeke looked like he saw some. I mean, he kind of did see some shit that he's never seen, but he looked like he had the crazy eyes. Like if he didn't already have the crazy eyes, he definitely has the crazy eyes now. He looks. His eyes were crazy.
Yeah, he just walked off naked.
Yeah, he's like, let's go.
Let's go, Aaron.
Aaron, they're like, Aaron's not here. And they're like, shh.
Yeah, he puts his finger up to somebody's butt ass naked. Yeah. Shh, I've seen things. The soil.
The soil, the sand, the soil, the sand.
I am soil.
I am
sand, soil.
Zeke looks like he's always seemed like someone who's always kind of like had the upper hand or known what's going on and been the puppet master of everything, like to an extent, I guess, right? But seeing him that way, seeing him kind of like, I have no idea what happened, and I
feel like that might be another reason why they did a little time skip. Is there was a big chunk of war, I think. Well,
because one of my favorite episodes in season 4, part 1, was the full Zeke backstory, and how he met that what wasn't a doctor or was some sort of researcher or some sort of scientist who became like a father figure to him. That whole
the first, or not the first, but his predecessor beast.
Yes.
They
told that whole
playing catch.
That whole story, the playing.
So you
catch.
get a nice little backstory for why he's likes throwing stuff.
Yeah. And it was cool because we saw it from the other perspective. We saw it from Aaron's parents' perspective, and it made us question why Zeke was doing what he was doing. But then this time we get to see it from Zeke's perspective, and now it's like, oh, now I know why you did that. At least I know how you got there. But anyway,
I mean, we saw in the trailer We saw Annie. She's back. We saw a glimpse of it, but we saw it.
In the trailer? We saw that Annie was back?
Yes.
You see a shot.
Yes. You see a shot of her
standing.
You see a shot of her like waking up, like with like breath, and then because she's like frozen, and then we see her Titan. So we'll see what side she's on. Yeah. You know.
As far as a first episode goes, though, this was pretty solid. For a final season, this was very solid. I think paced. I think animated. I think they knocked it out of the park, and it's hard to even say that because of how much excitement I had going into this, and that it kind of felt like it did deliver and it did live up. I still have questions. I still have things I need answered and want to see and have to see and must see. But
well, it's like for you've already read it. We've only watched the anime so far. We have already had 4 seasons of Attack on Titan, so there is kind of like a standard. I mean, the last part was kind of setting everything up, but I feel like, you know, it is just like Attack on Titan standard. Watching something new that's never been adapted, I feel like is like scarier because you have no idea. You have the source material, yeah, but like, you know, who knows? Like, what if, Chainsaw Man opens up with like the reveal of who someone is or another death? Like, how would you feel then? You'd be like, huh?
Like they were already implying things a little too much in the teasers for Chainsaw Man. Oh. I feel like they were leaning a little too much into the sussiness of a character.
Oh, yeah.
When it's like you're supposed to be in the mindset of Denji to like not pick up.
I mean, we were. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like.
You're actually super right, dude. They're leaning hard.
Well, maybe.
Because it's that character's true intention.
If you know the story, it's like one of the biggest parts. But then if you don't, that was part of the experience. Because like, we were when things happened to that character that were bad, you were like, no.
I mean, yeah, they do. I feel like anime does it a lot though, just to like have clear like. This is the hero, this is the villain. Like even in OPs, they'll like clearly show like the person who's good with like light and like, and then the person who's supposed to be bad and like darkness. Like it's just super heavily implied, which kind of sucks. But some people don't mind it.
I don't mind.
I don't know. I might. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, one of the reasons I like it was that kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna not but then it's like I don't even know if that's the marketing team, not the studio. That's the whole thing to get back to Titan
to get a back to Titan.
I feel like honestly that OP was all the strong opening they needed.
Yes,
I feel like that was the declaration of what kind of story you were going to be in for.
Yes, and it set the tone for that. Part 1's setting it up, part 2's knocking it all down. More questions that I didn't even know I had. Now I have, and I'm excited for the rest.
Some of the best storytelling in it. Some of the most frustrating moments for me. Seeing one of the biggest like really moment.
Well, hopefully they rework it. There's been rumors that they may or may not.
Well, I saw there were a couple people who were commenting on that in our fabled Volume 1 episode on Attack on Titan.
Which you can check up. There'll be a link somewhere up here.
That the author he has like when it got an adaptation, he did like do the changes he wanted to happen in that adaptation because he didn't have time or he didn't have like enough like resources or whatever to be able to do it. So he has a track record of now that he has all this insight to like start doing a little tweaks.
So I based on that, then it sounds like there's a high likelihood that he'll be involved. Not that they'll just tweak it, but that he'll be involved in that tweak or tweaking.
A tweak on Titan.
A tweak on Titan. It's not going to start feeling.
They just keep lining up, you know.
That's you got to say them when you think them. It's not going to start to feel like the final season. It's not going to start to feel real. I think to the last couple of episodes that it's ending and that it's not going to.
Based on 12 episodes for this, you said.
Yeah.
A lot has to happen.
So the final 3 for sure then, because now I'm like restructuring the pacing I thought. Because it's like it might follow the pacing of the manga then, because it really like there weren't really that once it hit this point it was it's a monthly basis.
Okay.
So it was like
monthly basis chapter wise, you mean?
Yeah. So like going on like how many like chapters there actually were, a whole year is just 12 chapters. On average in anime, each episode is 2 chapters. They might be stretching it out more.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think they got something up their sleeve, dude. I think they do. I believe in them. Especially with this manga's track record of maybe tweaking things or, having rumored there be a change.
I mean,
there be a change coming.
As an anime only watcher, whatever ending I get, I'll be like, this is. I mean, obviously, if you don't know, I mean,
you'll be happy with it.
I mean, who knows?
Do we want to take bets on if we'll be happy with the ending?
I'm gonna say I will be.
You think you'll be happy with it?
I think I'll be happy.
I won't be happy with any ending, but I think I'll be happy with the one I'm given.
I think I won't be.
You think it's gonna be exactly adapted, or you think it's gonna be tweaked? That's another cool prediction.
I mean, I really hope it's going to be. Again, it wasn't a terrible ending. There were just things where I'm like, why wasn't that? What about that thing? Why wasn't that? Why did that happen that way? I really hope it's going to be tweaked, and if it is, I'll probably like it.
Interesting.
Maybe that opening of Levi was a statement that things are going to be rearranged a little.
That's a great way to look at it. Some optimism, some positivity going forward.
Hey,
that's gonna do it. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. There's a This was not worth interrupting you.
Oh no.
There's a character called Gene, and there's a character called Levi.
I feel like that connection's been made before because there's some cosplayers who will cosplay Levi in all Gene.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's really awesome.
I was talking about Levi jeans.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, they
That's what they
cosplay.
do?
Yeah,
they cosplay. They
cool.
make like a uniform out of Levi jeans, and even like the ODM gear out of like Levi jeans and stuff.
Oh wow. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't it.
And also sometimes you can pronounce it Jean too. So
I will never do that.
Instead of Mickey Mouse, you have Mikasa Mouse.
okay,
Wow.
that's gonna do it.
No,
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. More Attack on Titan reactions coming. We are all very excited to see how this season unfolds. Let us know what you thought of the first episode in the comments down below. Thank you, of course, to our Patreon members, which you can always become one by going to patreon.com/volume1pod. Thank you for your comments, your thumbs up, your likes, any and all engagement we appreciate. But that is going to do it for another Volume 1 React. There's going to be a lot more of these coming this year, especially with Chainsaw Man and Spy Family and all these fantastic series coming out. But the only thing left to do now is to get out of here in our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today is...
Why'd you look at me?
I just looked at both of you guys. I don't know.
That's a wrap on Titan.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And until next time,
That's a wrap on Titan.
That was
Like a solid